All right, guys. Figure instead of sitting go over this in class, I'm going to go over it here as a video, and you can watch anytime you want. First thing you need to know is when the office hours are. Office hours, I'll be here before school, and I'll be in the community period as well. I have a junior community period, so if you can kind of look if you're a junior at the community period for a junior, and you can kind of get an idea about my availability. I can be here after school as well if there is practice. I'll be late to practice if there's something that you really need to answer. My priority is education, not sports, so just keep that in mind if there's something you need. We also have another alumni volunteer who will be helping the science department. He'll be specifically helping in honors biology. Ryan Lunn is his name. He'll be in campus ministry. So if I am not available before or after school, you could stop by and ask him, and he might be able to help you with the problem as well. The textbook we'll need is a Miller-Levine Biology. Has the old McCall on the front. You can either have that as a digital copy or actually as the hard copy. I prefer the hard copy myself. You do need to bring your textbook and iPad. I'd recommend bringing pens and stuff like that, but right now that's the big important information there. You can read through the rules. If you do have any questions, please next time you come to class, make sure you ask them. Biggest thing we'll talk about more is those homework assignments must be turned in on time. Biggest thing is a lot of my assignments, and you'll see on here this week, homework assignments are due at midnight. Doesn't mean you have to do them at 11:59 p.m. You can do them earlier, obviously, but by that time it to be submitted. 12:03 is late, okay? Don't tell me your internet went out or anything like that because you have enough time to do it. I'd recommend doing it at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and send me an email and tell me you have a hard time with your internet versus you try to send me an email at 1 o'clock, say, oh, I forgot. That's not going to fly. So it is your responsibility, and as it says down here, technology problems will not be acceptable reasons, okay? Grades, you can see them, what they will be. I'll try to post them. Football season's a little tough. I try to post grades on Sunday. I'm not perfect on that. It's something I always am trying to get better at, but that's just there. Obviously, this whole thing is found on Canvas as well, so if you want to read a hard copy, you can. All right, tests and quizzes, those things can vary depending on the unit, what's covered, all that kind of stuff. So you can kind of look up here and see most tests are 100. Sometimes I'll combine 2 units and make the test 150. Sometimes I'll have a mini test of 75 points, but roughly those are the points. We'll end up with about 1,600 to 1,800 points in the semester. So that can kind of tell you where things are. My late homework policy is pretty strict, but this is an honors class, so I have high expectations. You need to turn it in on time. That does not mean turn it in after class started. Be prepared to turn it in if it's an assignment that needs to be turned in when class begins. With that being said, I am all about questions. So if we have a review guide, let's say that's due tomorrow at 8 a.m., and you have 29 of the 30 questions, but you're just clueless on that last question, bring it in, ask questions. I'll let you edit it, add to it, or do whatever by that time. What I do not accept is if I say, okay, are there any questions? No one has any questions, and then you turn it in, and you forgot to fill in one, you also get deductions for points. So, or the corollary, there's 30 questions and you have questions over 25, I'm not going to go over 25. You need to get help before that's due. 1 or 2 questions I can work with. So you can kind of read through that. If you do have something that's late, you need to submit it. You will need to submit that the next day if you want to get any points, 50 points. You can read for online. A lot of the homework is submitted online. If it is submitted after 48 hours, it's just a 0. So keep that in mind. When you're gone, we've had a lot of problem with this. It's your job to take care of your being gone. It's on you. Whether you're gone because you're sick, because of a sporting event, a school activity, or you're on vacation, being gone is not like the day didn't exist. You need to take care of your stuff. So what I recommend, it says it down here, and I should require it, you need to check Canvas. Check Canvas. Talk to your friend or lab partner. See what they say. Keep that in mind, though. If you talk to a guy who's getting a 70 in class and always not turning things in, that may not be your best person to talk to. Okay? Talk to somebody you trust, and then you come see me or you send me an email. Either one. okay? And when you send email, send it to my prep. Don't send it to the junior J's or through Canvas. Do send it through the t5@prep.creighton.edu. Do all three of those things. It is your responsibility if you're gone to figure out what it is. You show up to class the next time, go, oh, I was gone last time. The expectation is that you made up the work or at least set up the time to do it. So you may not have finished the lab, but you have talked to me already and we know when you're gonna make up the lab. You may not have finished the homework, but you've already talked to me about how to do the homework, what the questions are. I hope that makes sense. So when you're gone, it's not the expectation that you always have to turn the homework in. That's the best option, but you should at least know exactly what's covered and what we did in class, okay? You can see down here, extra activities. There may be some speakers, field trips, things like that. There may be some extra credit. There'll be one extra credit assignment per semester. That is it. Don't ask me if there's any more, okay? And typically those extra credits require you to do basic credit. So if you have like more than 3 missing assignments, you are not allowed to do the extra credit, okay? So if you have more than 3 missing assignments, you are not allowed to do the extra credit. You can kind of read through the method of study. There's a lot of homework in here. It's not an easy class. This isn't a class that you just kind of show up and you get an A. I have a lot of students who get A's. I have a lot of students who get class averages in 88%. But if you don't want to work hard, there's nothing wrong with taking regular bio as well, okay? And then here's the special units in study. The last thing I want to talk about is that special note. I'm really big on working with you. So if you have a 5 in your classes, you have 3 tests on Friday, and honors bio is one of them, and you just are overwhelmed, I want to test you on what you know and what you're able to prepare for. So I will be more than willing to work with you, and maybe we move the test up or we move it back to help work with that situation. So I'm more than flexible. Don't try to take advantage of it. Don't try to abuse the system. Also, it takes planning on your part. If you try to do it the day before, maybe I'm handing out the test, or like, hey, Mr. Five, I didn't study, I have 3 exams, I'm not going to cut you any slack. If you come to me on Friday and the test is Tuesday, hey, Mr. Five, I don't think I'm going to prepare, that's when we can work out, maybe take the test early, take it late. So there is some flexibility, but the most important thing is you got to take ownership, you got to take the initiative, and you have to be the one leading that. So take a look at that, see if there's any questions, and let me know, okay? Cheating, don't cheat. Seriously, it's a bad habit. It's a behavioral issue. It's an ethical thing. Don't cheat. And you can see the units of study that we'll cover. So that's our syllabus. Next class, I'm just going to go over, see if you have any questions. Who knows, anytime we have this kind of stuff, you need to read over and watch these videos. I could always have a pop quiz. But just be prepared for that. So that is our syllabus. If you have any questions, you can read over it more. You can see me in class or you can see me outside. Thanks and have a great day.